Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Alex Ganny here with the tip of the week. So today what we're discussing is tooling. We're looking for how do we identify when we need to replace it and how can we be taking a good approach to making sure that we're preemptive and not letting us have any kind of unnecessary downtime or unnecessary QC holds. The first thing that we want to do is about once every 2 weeks or at minimum at least once a month during a nice little 3-hour window or 4-hour window of downtime, we're going to go through and we're going to check all the stations. So first op, second op, and of course your chucks. We're going to be looking for any kind of chips, scuffing, cracks, and to go a little bit deeper, we're going to be looking in the channels of the tooling to look to see if there's any type of coating wearing. And what's really nice about the titanium nitrate is when you see that gold start to actually fade away, starts getting duller, or you start seeing the studi or stainless underneath it, it's a quick indicator, hey, this needs to be replaced, or start putting it on your radar. But more specifically is, besides something that's abundantly apparent of wrong with our tooling, it's how do we identify our bearings and whether or not they're still good to be operating. So the first thing we do is we have to look at where it comes from, whether you're buying it from CMB, AIT, or from your OEMs. It's gonna come in from 0.4 of a thousandths roll rock and no more than usually 0.5 of a thousandths. But now we have to look at when do we replace or how do we know when to start preparing. So what we did today was we put in our magnetic base. You can also use your pin height gauge from RSS Macklin to check this. But if you don't have one, at least get a good magnetic with a good dial on there. And what we're going to end up doing is taking the tip of the dial and placing it right beneath the roll here. Zero out our gauge. And then we're going to place a finger in, 2 fingers in the front and one in the back, and we're going to rock it. And we're going to look for any kind of movement. In this case, we're sitting at about 0.4 or 0.5 of a thousandth here. But what we want to determine is once it hits about 1.5 thousandths, we want to say we should already have tooling ordered, preparing now for our next outage so we can replace that tooling. The max spec on this is 2 thousandths roll rock. And this is what gives you your variation when you're looking at thickness of 42, and now I have a 42 thousandth, a 43 thousandth, and a 44. That's fine and dandy. But when we start exceeding that plus or minus 1,000, you start seeing plus or minus 2,000, that's indicative of these bearings starting to fail inside your tooling. So it's always good, well, first off, if you can, have a spare set always on the shelf, just in case you need to swap something out. But if you don't have that ability, at least doing these checks twice a month or once a month to make sure that you're still within tolerance. And once you see that 1.5, go ahead and order up, call us up or call whoever you'd like to use, get your tooling ordered, and then start planning for your next outage. You guys have a great day, and thanks again for taking time and seeing the tip of the week here with RSS Macklin. Talk to you guys later.